Hello everybody, welcome back to Fenton Forest with me, See. I've got the straw gathered up with the loading wagon at the end of the that I left you doing, or I left doing at the end of the last video. I'm having a real hard time trying to say that today. A couple of times already I've tried doing the intro to this video and I can't get my words out. Right. I could have sworn I couldn't have probably parked that truck in any kind of worse position. Could I? Am I going to be able to get all these bales? I've got two. About... Oh, they fell off. I'm not very good with these bale forks, I'll be honest. I much prefer some of the other ones that are in the shop. We may end up making a purchase very early in this series, whereby I treat myself to some nice bale forks. Because obviously we've got the starting animals here on the farm, and obviously I did the straw, which I've given to the horses and the cows and the pigs. We now need to obviously get them fed a bit. Do you take hay? Are these grass bales or what? I think these are grass bales then, because the horses don't eat them. They don't eat grass. So what we'll do, we'll come back to you horses in a little bit and we'll try and feed the cows. Which of course is on the front of the building. You'll have to bear with me. It's very early today as I'm recording this video, the second in the series. We've got a bit of work to do. So, field 1 is harvested, field 2 is growing, field 5 is growing. There's not a lot we can really do. Field 8 was one that I could get into, because obviously that's a grass field and I could mow it, and then we could get some grass collected, which would go a long way to helping the cows and the sheep. And it's a fairly big enough area that I could do quite a bit of work. I could ted some of it to make hay, I could do grass on some of it. I could bring some of it down, chuck in the bunker to make silage. There's plenty of options for us there. We'll give the cows a little bit of grass. Okay, so you've got to empty it off of the bales. There was a mod I saw as well the other day. Featured in like a mod video review thing. Someone's done some bale forks and pallet forks which you can actually disable the collision on with a button press. So anything that's excuse me, anything that's yeah, you can disable the collision on the forks or tines with a button press, so anything that's you've got picked up, and you know what? As much as I love this truck, it's kind of parked. I kind of parked it inconveniently. And obviously we've still got the Fenton 900 parked there because we're waiting for that field to grow in and be fertilisable. I'm just going to put the hood on quickly because I want to see growth control is looking pretty much as I would expect it to. I am using growth control for this playthrough, by the way, in this series to slow down and change the growth rates on all the crops beyond the standard options of fast, slow, normal, off that you get in the in-game options. Whoa. Try and get yourself lined up. This is going to end badly for me, I think. I'm not very... I really... See, that's what I was expecting to happen. I hate these pallet forks. I don't normally, I'll be honest, I don't normally prat around with bales at all in-game, ever. For this very reason. And if I do tend to prat around with bales, then I end up using an auto-load trailer for picking them up, moving them to where I want them and unloading them. It's just a lot easier. The physics in this game are dreadful for doing anything like this, for picking items up, moving them around, stacking them and that. The physics are dreadful, the camera angles are dreadful. The fact in first person you've got no reference at all or depth perception. It's not good. And I speak as a former forklift driver, by the way. So I do kind of know how to move things around, stack them, unload things, load things. But in this game, it's just one of the many things where, you know, you take away all the pretty graphics and stuff, and some of the basic under the hood stuff from Giants is a little bit lacking. It needs a bit more work. Physics and AI, the AI worker intelligence should definitely be on their top of their list for things to fix in the future versions of the game. Farming Sim 21. Oh, I've got a little bit of extra pick up there. Very nice. So yes, it's still out the opening morning on the farm. I'm not accelerating time at this point. It's at two times normal speed. I could have cranked it up a bit, I suppose, to 5 times or something while I'm doing this, just to get some stuff moving along. But it gives me a chance to work the animals a little bit. They've got a bit of stuff. Obviously, they're quite lacking. Let's have a look, shall we, at the cow situation. So the pigs have got plenty of wheat and barley. That's all they've got. They're not very productive. The sheep don't have any food. The chickens are okay. They're spot on. The cows have a bit of grass. And the horses have nothing. Right, we'll get a couple. I'll get a couple of bales and sling in for the sheep. Get them started, and then I'll probably look at getting the little tippy trailer hooked up to something. Now, am I able to get 2 bales? I could if I was at the right height. Which way is that tipping? Is that tipping back? It's tipping back. But careful. Sometimes when you're playing this with a controller, the buckets and loaders and stuff, they're like kind of all or nothing. They're not quite as delicate and sensitive as you would expect on analog sticks. Oh, I knew that was going to come off. Yeah, we're definitely going to be buying some better bale forks if we're going to be prattling around with bales, because these are no use to anybody. Is your feed pen over here? It is indeed. We'll tip this. There. Have some... that might be enough for them, actually. Practically is. Because obviously we don't have that many sheep just yet on the farm. So that bale that I just dropped, I'll bring and chuck in for the cows. Because the cows need it more than me. And then what we'll do is we'll go try the crone mower. Yeah. Put this one in here for the... I suppose what I need to do though is I do need to come round and give the cows here some additional... I need to get the horses profitable. So we'll take the 6M, 6R, not 6M, 6R back to the shed. And then we'll take... what's going to be a good vehicle for pulling that trailer? Leave the forks up in the air. I know you wouldn't do that in real life in case there was a hydraulic leak and that boom crashed down on somebody. But hey, it's a game. And no one comes to this farm but me. I'm the only other real person. Right, is the fence out? Not going to use the big Fent. We've got the little tippy truck. I think we perhaps use the fast track, you know. Fast track on the little tippy truck over there, the 302, would be very good. And help us get some... Oh, what are you doing? Have I still got that lift heavy things mod enabled? I shouldn't have. I thought I'd turn that off. I will remember to turn that off, because it shouldn't be. I went through... Obviously, I've got that many mods in my mod folder that I found when starting a new game now, it's easier to... I'm going to need the hood on to do the filling. It's easier just to enable everything and then go through and deselect a couple of mods that I don't want to use when starting a save and playing a game. And some people say, well, why do you have mods installed if you don't use them? Purely and simply so that when I'm on the old mod hub in game, and I can easily find the new mods because it puts a little number on the screen to say this mod is new.
So yeah, a lot of the Mod Hub game mods released by Giants on their in-game mod thing, I don't use, but I download them so that when I click on latest mods, I can see exactly what mods have come out each day and have a look at. Now they ate all that. They're going to need some hay as well. I think we've got some hay in the starting silo. I think Stevie gives us some hay. But we're going to have to definitely start producing our own very quickly, which is why we'll move on to the chrome next. $10,000 litres of hay. I'm going to give that to the horses. I've got silage in there which we can give to the cows instead of hay. And we've got obviously TMR which we can give to the cows. But we're definitely going to have to start making our own stuff. And obviously there's things in there like potatoes and stuff which I can give to the pigs. No, it tips out the back. It tipped out the side a minute ago. Oh, that's the horses taken care of. They've got water because I did that obviously in the last video. So that's the horses. So now we need silage for the cows. I haven't got any silage for the cows. I'll have to have total mixed ration. Which I suppose is the best thing for the cows to have. And I could probably get the rest of that grass. That's not going to be an issue. Yeah, we're going to need the rest of the grass. That's not a problem. I'll take the grass out. The pig food I'll grab and take up to the pigs. Then we need to get producing. So we definitely need hay. We're going to have to make some hay. We don't have any silage. We've got grass. Or we did have. We don't have a lot now, because I've just used it all. Feed it to the cows. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to start looking at stuff. Focusing on the animals a bit. Getting the stuff we need produced for them fairly early on. I mean, we've got decent money in the account. As I say, because I've got Stevie's starting fleet of vehicles, and I've got all the Stevie versions of those vehicles, I don't really need to buy any equipment or machinery just yet. So we've not got any expenses. We haven't got a loan to worry about because I repaid that back. So the first couple of days in the game, we can really just be trying to... The first few of our harvests can be making sure we've got stuff picked and equipped for our animals. So we can start planting and growing the things that they are going to require. With the exception of a couple of things maybe. Obviously at this minute in time, potatoes is probably not something we can do, and sugar beet and stuff like that, because we don't have harvesters or planters. So again, we're going to be kind of limited to the base crops to start off with. Okay, so there's the pigs fed. And the trailers do glitch out a little bit, I notice at times. They tend to still show that they've got stuff in them when they haven't. And the only way to fix that is to fill it with something else. And it overrides it. Or save and exit the game. It's a bit of an extension of the bug that was in the game early on with harvesters, where harvesters would still show as having stuff in them when in fact they were empty. Right, that's the trailer put back. One of the things I am trying to do in this series is obviously keep the vehicles organised. Make sure everything has a place, and when it's been used, it gets put back in its place. Right, so the animals are all fed. Now, even the horses have got a bit of stuff going for them. The cows, they definitely need some hay. I've only got 4 horses. I wonder if I should buy some more horses, because horses are very profitable early on in the game. Stevie gives us 4. I mean, they're not very demanding. They don't make a mess. So we've got... Okay, we don't have any greys. So I'll have 2 greys. Do we have any black ones? We don't have any black ones. We didn't have any of the stripy ones. So I'll spend another 30 grand then on animals. On horses. That does, however, mean potentially now our horses aren't going to have enough water, straw, etc. I will correct that. Right. Anyway, let's go get the crone. Because as I say, I don't think the rest of the fields yet that we have. Like I say, we didn't buy field 3 because it needs harvesting. Once it's been harvested, I will buy it. And like I say, the rest are, they haven't even grown yet. I could also potentially have a worker doing the ploughing on field 1, and then we could be lime spreading field 1. Now, what of course I can do with this, whilst we've got the field harvested, I can kind of get some extra grass fairly early and fairly quickly. We're going up and down here. Right, let's first of all put on the... I think I have to unfold it to be able to change the work mode.
Swath dropping, there we go, that's what I want. And I'm basically just going to run up here. With the first batch, and I'm probably going to hit that tree. George of the jungle, watch out for that tree. It's alright, we'll probably TED that. Although make an early note, people, how many of these trees on this left-hand side we're going to have to chop down in the future to prevent that happening again. There's a couple. There's certainly a couple. Just going to drive around this field a couple of times first. Get a whole bunch of grass. And I think I'll just loose collect it. I'm not going to swath it. Not going to bale it, should I say. Because I can store it in the silo then. So that does mean I'm going to have to get the loading wagon back out again. Certainly anyone who played the beta will see that the field has moved, the field edge has moved quite significantly away from the roadside. That was one of the things that I think a lot of people were happy to see changed in the final release of this map, the public release. Some of the field edges were a little bit close to some of the roads and the rail lines, and that has been Stevie's listened to feedback from players. Wasn't so much an issue for the players themselves, but if they were using the workers in the game, or course play and stuff like that, that's when people were noticing some issues. They do funny things, like the harvester on this field. When doing the strip of land, he would miss a great big section of the field right up close to the road, because he would be basically, he would see it as an object and would be blocked by it. So the AI worker could never actually harvest the last section of the field, and then the section of field closest to that, it would be ever so weird. He'd drive down it and then he'd stop and reverse all the way back down it and get stuck in a bit of a loop where he'd be driving up and down the same strip. Ever so weird. As I say, hopefully that's been corrected. What hasn't been corrected is my ability to turn a corner and take out all the grass. Do a couple of head rows along the top here. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I'm not a noob, honest. I'm not a noob, but I sometimes press the wrong buttons on the controller. So many keybinds, so many things map to similar keybinds. I definitely get things on playing with the controller. I still, after all these hours in game, get the wrong buttons pressed when having to press like left bumper and a a button, or the right bumper and a button. I still get those control binds. Why is he not mowing that? Probably because I turned the mower off. You muppet. God, this episode's a fail. I failed with the bale forks at the start. I'm failing with the mower. Oh, I will get better. I promise. I will get better. It won't always be this bad. As I say, the first episode of the series should have gone live about half an hour ago as I was recording this, as I'm recording this video. I scheduled it to go live at lunchtime on Thursday. Like I say, I still haven't quite decided what the actual upload schedule is going to be for Fenton Forest. How many videos I'm going to put out a week. Really depends on you viewers and your feedback. How much of it do you want to see? Like I say, also depends on obviously how interactive you viewers get during the series. Like I say, we did briefly at the end of the video mention I would be open to the idea of doing like a subscriber type contracting system that I know a lot of other YouTubers and streamers do, to make the series a little bit more interactive for you people watching, where basically you basically give me the task list of what to do, what crop to plant on what field, and I do it basically, rather than me just doing what I want to do. I'm kind of like making you viewers the farm manager. So if someone in a subscriber posted that they wanted, you know, sunflowers planting on this field, and they wanted a sunflower harvest off this field, I would do it. That would be the next thing. And obviously it would be a first come first serve kind of deal on that basis. So the people in the comment sections, the subscribers in the comment sections that get their posts and requests in first, and it's one request per person, so don't one person comment and go, I want canola on field 1, I want sunflowers on field 5, I want, you know, it's one request per subscriber per video. And if we get multiple requests for a particular field, like if several people posted that they want something planting on this field, for example, and then again it comes down to first come first served. Or if in the case of a situation whereby perhaps say somebody says, oh, I want wheat on field 1, yet we may already have a wheat crop planted somewhere else on the map, I may then choose a bit of creator discretion to select the next option on the list of suggested crops. So just to make sure we're not harvesting the same thing all the time, basically. So this will give me all the grass that I need. Well, not all the grass that I need, because we're clearly going to need a heck of a lot more grass. I have to come back because I've missed a bit. Wasn't quite wide enough
And that's honestly, I think, where... I don't know if we can get... I haven't looked into it. I assume you could fit GPS to a mower. I'm going to go and check. Because when I'm doing field 8, it would be nice to have some nice straight rows, wouldn't it? Like I say, most of these starting vehicles don't come with the guidance steering thing applied. Some do, because that was basically in the information I copied from another save to these vehicles. Like I say, I did replace all the Stevie starting fleet with Stevie's modded versions in the XML. It looks like I can fit it, but I just can't select it. There we go. If in doubt, use the mouse. Back in. GPS on a mower could be very beneficial then, for doing lovely straight edges. Like I say, we're going to go up to field 8. And I might just do something a little bit different with the with the swath dropping. Well, I'm not convinced it really worked there. I think I tried it once, didn't I, in the Estancia series, to enable the left or right swath dropping, and it didn't really work quite how I intended it to. In fact, it didn't really work at all, if I'm being quite honest. So we're going to plot a course, point A, point B. We'll unfold the mower. Meanwhile, I will get the snap triangle on. .6. You know what? We will make that. We'll make it that. Is sufficient? Just trying to think, how far back do we want to be? Right, let's turn this on. So I'm going to do the normal swath. I will then come and TED over the top of it. I know you should perhaps wide TED. If you wide swath if you're going to TED, but I'm not terribly fussed about that. Get lined up. Put them down again. So basically we can get this whole field mowed, and then we can get it tedded. That'll make some hay. I'll leave some as grass, and we'll pick that up and we'll take it and start filling the bunkers up near the cows, so we can start making some silage, because that's going to be important for us. Because we're going to need silage anyway to make TMR, aren't we? So there's something to consider. So yeah, we're going to need a lot of that. Does leave a bit of a strip, doesn't it? Because obviously there's quite a distance between that front mower and these side ones, where there's no contact point. In some ways you'd think it'd have another little mower thing on the back, wouldn't you? Maybe just to clear up that bit in the middle where it misses. Getting a bit close to these trees. Right, so I'm going to carry on with this and get the mowing done, and then in the next video we'll hopefully be in a position whereby I've got most of this, I've got this grass collected and got stuff stored in the right places and the right areas, and then we can move on to actually doing croppy stuff. Like I say, we'll get field 1 ploughed and lime spreaded and get that back into ready for hopefully producing our next crop, and then hopefully by that point fields 2 and 5 will be ready to fertilise. So I'm going to say thank you to everybody for watching the video. Please go ahead, click that like button. Don't forget to leave your questions, your comments, your suggestions, your feedback, etc. in the comment section down below. And if you're not already doing so, remember, go ahead, click that subscribe button. As I say, you will have to be a subscriber to leave me your subscriber tasks, contract sort of thing. I'm not going to take any suggestions from people who aren't subscribed to the channel, so make sure you go and hit that button. It is completely free to do so, doesn't cost you a penny, so there's no reason why you shouldn't be subscribed. And I'll see you all again very soon with another Fenton Forest video upload.